Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Now today guys, I'm going to bring you guys a Monday Night Raw review for February 25th, 2019. Anyway boys, let's get into it. Okay, so we start off the show with Roman Reigns coming out, and honestly this was a good promo. We really heard a lot of the real Roman Reigns, not just the scripted Roman Reigns, and essentially he came out and he said that he was thankful for everybody's support, and he announced that his cancer is in remission, so he will be able to return to the ring. And that was very, very cool seeing Roman Reigns come back, and it was really incredible seeing him come back, and it really kind of gave me some nostalgia from last October when he announced that he could not, he had to relinquish the Universal Championship. So good on Roman Reigns, he is back. And then just as he was coming up the ramp, Seth Rollins confronted him and gave him a big hug. And Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns are reunited, which is awesome. And, I really, really like this. Congratulations to Roman Reigns. And hopefully he will be able to return to the in-ring. Now, next we had Ricochet taking on Aleister Black. Ricochet and Aleister Black taking on the Revival. And the winners of this match was Aleister Black and Ricochet. Very back and forth match, but really what I did not like is the fact that the Revival have lost the second time. They didn't even get an entrance. They've lost for the second straight time. Honestly, I'm really, really upset about that because I believe that they should have won this match or at least had a good showing. But you know what? It's just whatever. They're being used as enhancement talent, and plus, why would you use the Raw Tag Team Champions? Why not use another tag team? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me, and it's making the Revival look like jobbers. That's my opinion, though. That's my opinion. All right. So then next we get Elias, and he's ready for another musical performance. But then we get, Then we get Lacey Evans come out, do a little strut. And then we get Dean Ambrose come right after Lacey Evans. He comes out and he says that he's feeling a little dangerous tonight. He's feeling good. And that he's going to challenge Drew McIntyre to a no DQ match. And that I thought was pretty good. And then Elias tried to hit Dean Ambrose with a guitar after Ambrose gave him some song requests. But Ambrose hit him with the Dirty Deeds right in the center of the ring. And this will come into play later on in the night. So keep your eye on that. But honestly, guys, this was good. I really liked the way Dean Ambrose looked. It looked like he was a bit unscripted. It looked like he wasn't really tied to a script, which I thought is really, really cool. Maybe Ambrose will stay in after April, considering now that Reigns is back. He could stay, and I would hope he got a push or he gets traded to SmackDown, because honestly, looking at it, I think that it would be great for him to get traded to SmackDown. Next, we had Baron Corbin in an interview, and Corbin basically said that he did not make any bad statements about Roman Reigns a couple of months ago, and he doesn't recall making any bad statements, but he does tell Charlie Caruso, the interviewer, that Reigns should just stay out of his path if he knows what's good for him. And this will play a major factor in later on in the night as well. And honestly, Baron Corbin's uninteresting, so let's move on. And actually, I mixed up the order a little bit. The interview was right before the Elias thing. Next, we had Natalya and Ronda Rousey taking on the Riot Squad. And the winners of this match, it was actually a DQ match, or a DQ finish. Now, what happened in this match is this was very back and forth. Obviously, Sarah Logan was showing her power and all that. But then what happened after was, at the end of the match, it was Natalya and I believe it was Liv Morgan on the outside. They were fighting, then all of a sudden, we see the camera pan to Becky Lynch, who's trying to get in, past security. She gets in, starts attacking Natalya with a crutch, and then she also attacks, She also attacks Ronda Rousey as well. This match ends in a DQ, and Becky Lynch is arrested, and Ronda Rousey was trying to fight off security, but it was just too much, and eventually Becky Lynch got hauled off by police. But then we get Ronda Rousey come back into the ring, and we get Ronda Rousey come back, and she demands to see Mr. McMahon. But then we get Stephanie, and Ronda, I do have to admit, there were some flaws in her promo, but overall, she really made a point, and she told Stephanie that she wants, she wants Becky back in the matchup, considering that it's best for business and it's also the right decision to make. Stephanie keeps saying no, considering it's not her decision, and then Ronda Rousey says that she is not going to take it, and she lays down the Raw Women's Championship right at Stephanie's feet and walks out. So now Stephanie we're kind of left on a cliffhanger here. Really, what's going to happen on next week's Raw is going to be very interesting. Honestly, though, I thought this was great. Ronda Rousey showed great intensity in her promo. We also got Becky Lynch, a little segment with her too, kind of drawing interest into that part of the show. I felt it was really good. It was a really good part on Ronda Rousey, and just this whole segment really was good. I like this segment a lot. And by the way, guys, I'm sorry, I haven't really been able to I got the video up, the Roman Reigns heel turn video, got it up last night late because I was having trouble with my internet, but guys, I believe my internet's back now, so I will be able to record videos and I'll be able to get this Raw review up earlier. So, anyway, moving on, we had Kurt Angle taking on Jinder Mahal, and Kurt Angle wins this match, and honestly, it doesn't mean anything because Jinder Mahal has been buried to oblivion ever since his WWE title loss to AJ Styles. He's essentially been oblivious on the main roster, which is a dang shame because I would have really loved him to be United States champion, but unfortunately, he's just not there. And I think one of the major problems with his WWE title reign was the fact that he just wasn't ready to be put in that role that quickly. So, I mean, overall, they just buried Jinder Mahal. I mean, why is Kurt Angle still wrestling as well? Like, he's put him in retirement. He got inducted into the Hall of Fame. Why can't he be retired? But I don't know. Anyway, Kurt Angle wins this match. And then the next segment we got in the show was, I believe it was the Moment of Bliss. And at the Moment of Bliss, Lio Rush comes out and he challenges Finn Balor for the Intercontinental Championship. And I think we pretty much knew who was going to win this match. It was Finn Balor. If I'm completely honest, you know what? It's like, I can't watch all of Raw because I have a bedtime, but, I mean, the stuff I do watch, like, it's actually pretty good. Like, I'm not going to lie. The stuff Raw puts on sometimes is great, but other times it's not good. But Finn Balor does win this match, and, yeah, it's really, I don't know. Lio Rush is buried, dude. He's essentially buried. He's better as a manager now. Or send him down to 205 Live. Why is WWE keeping him on the main roster? Send him down to 205 Live. I just don't know what's going on. And yeah, so we do get Finn Balor winning this matchup. And then, still to come, And then we got a backstage segment a little bit. And Otis Dozovich attacks the Ascension in a backstage promo, and this was actually good for the Heavy Machinery. It provides them with a bit of credibility, considering what they've been doing the last few weeks really just haven't been good. So Otis attacks the Ascension, and that's how it ends off. And honestly, I felt it was pretty good because Heavy Machinery wasn't doing anything the last few weeks, so I like this. Next match was Bobby Lashley taking on Braun Strowman. Alright, so really this wasn't really a match. Honestly, I'm not even going to classify it as a match. It's whatever. I believe Braun Strowman won this. Honestly, it's just nothing. It's just Braun Strowman talking trash, making his exit, and the match didn't even start. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, it's whatever. Next was a no DQ match between Dean Ambrose and Drew McIntyre, and Drew won this match with the help of Elias, and then there was a 4-on-1 beatdown after the match, but Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins come out and they attack everybody, saving Dean Ambrose, and then as they are up the ramp, they look at Dean Ambrose with a sort of a look of disgust, and that's how it ends. And honestly, this is going to be very interesting to see what happens with Reigns, Ambrose, and Rollins in the next few weeks. Definitely going to be very interesting. We're going to have to wait and see on that. Next match was Bayley taking on Nia Jax. The winner of this match was Bayley via pinfall. And at the end of this match, Bayley hit a flying elbow for the win. Honestly, you know what? It's whatever. And Bayley, you know, she had her momentum completely killed when she lost to Alexa Bliss. So it's whatever. You know, it's whatever. You know, her momentum was killed, but she did beat Nia Jax. So you know, it's pretty cool. We are building up to a Fastlane match between Sasha, Bayley, and Nia Jax and Tamina. So we're gonna have to wait and see on that. Next, we have the final segment of the night, which was the Ric Flair birthday celebration. This was possibly the best part of Raw. It actually has 4 million views on YouTube right now, which is incredible. But Batista comes out. Basically, Ric Flair's music played. They had everything set up, like Triple H and Stephanie. They had a world title belt for Ric Flair. They had a cake and all that. Then all of a sudden, we see a camera pan backstage after Ric Flair hasn't come out from his entrance theme. And we see Batista dragging a cameraman right to the door. And then Batista goes into Flair's locker room, slams the door, attacks Flair, then drags him out by his collar of his shirt. And then he looks in the camera, takes his glasses off, and says that, he said before he took his glasses off, Hunter, do I have your attention now? And then he takes his glasses off and screams at the camera, and Triple H runs backstage to tend to Ric Flair. And that's how Raw ends. Honestly, I've heard a lot of people say this is one of the best Raw endings ever. I really think that this could have been one of the best Raw endings ever. Not only do we start the build for Batista versus Triple H at Mania, but we also got an incredible angle. And honestly, this was a great ending to Raw. WWE, I got a lot of praise to you. We were expecting Becky Lynch to crash the ceremony and attack Charlotte and Ric Flair, but they pulled a swerve on us, and Batista attacked Ric Flair. And honestly, looking at it, you know, Bruce Pritchard, I believe, is now, like, he has a major role in creative, so definitely could be something interesting, and we're going to have to wait and see how Pritchard does. Anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, smash a like. Let's try to smash 5 likes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.